Anyway, you just wandered into this cafe. What is your name?
Paula.
Paula, and you?
Martin.
Martin. And where are you from?
Hull in England.
Really?
Yep.
How long have you been here in Varanasi?
In Varanasi, about 4 days.
5 maybe?
Maybe 5, 4. We're losing track.
Yeah, and what's been your experience here?
It's a really relaxed place. I felt really welcomed as soon as I got here actually. Someone was like, welcome to Varanasi, and it was really friendly. Yeah.
Has it been easier for you to adjust to this place?
Having been around India a bit and been in other hotter, sweatier situations, then yes. But there's a lot of things going on here.
For example?
Just seeing the narrow streets and the squeezing by the cows and the monkeys on the rooftops in the morning, which is just brilliant to look at, and the illness in the animals.
For example, the animals. Was there anything that upset you?
Yes, yes, there was actually. There was this, just walking through the streets and it was looking everywhere, and there was this dog and it was licking its leg and it had a really big fat swollen paw, and as it raised its head you could see like right through to the bone, and I just sort of walked past it and registered what I'd seen, and it was really upsetting because we're trying to get Wi-Fi and then we're trying to see if there's any animal organisations that would look after this dog, and by then it's been 2 hours, and that feeling of helplessness.
Yeah. How did you deal with your emotions?
Well, I was really upset for a couple of hours, but I've been reading a lot of like free Buddhist books picked up from a bookshop in Bodh Gaya. You got a free book with every purchase. And I was reading one by Ajahn Sumedho, and there's a lot of talks about just this is how it is, it's the way it is, observe. You know, if I'd have never seen this dog, it wouldn't have affected me, and it was quite humbling because I just stopped moaning about silly things, because look at this poor dog, you know.
So in that sense, did you feel that you grew from this experience?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you, what has your experience been like here?
Once we got over the initial shock, I think it's been
What
very. Well, we arrived in Varanasi early evening, so it was very dark, and the rickshaw driver dropped us off about 2 kilometres away from where we are now. So we had to walk down the main drag with our rucksacks. We were very hot. Well, I was very hot and sweaty, and you know, people were just constantly going at me. But luckily, I was, you know, we both, I believe in God as a loving God that helps guide us along, and I'd just got my phone out to look at some names of guest houses I had, and then a guy just came walking up to us, just said, "You want family guest house?" And that was one of the 3 guest houses that I had written down, so it was just perfect, you know. So we went off with him and found a lovely cheap guest house. And then the next morning we got up very early and immediately got lost in the warren of alleyways, but then we just came out onto the Ghats, and that's the first time we'd seen it, and it was just lovely. It was beautiful, and since then it's been very relaxing, I think, you know. It's very disorientating place initially, I think, but once we get over that, it's great.
Yeah. How long did it take you to get over it?
Immediately, really.
Yeah, maybe the next morning. Sorry. Once
Yeah,
got
thank you.
So yeah.
Good breakfast, thank you.
Maybe 12 hours. I don't know. One day. You know.
I mean, we'd come out of when we first came out of our hotel, we'd be like 10 minutes, like, we've got to go left, we've got to go right, we've got to go around. And now it's like, we just turn left and it's there. You know, so.
Why did you come to India? Why did you decide?
I've been before, I did the South before, and I've always wanted to come back. And India, once you've paid for your flight, it is a cheap destination, but it's got a lot of spirituality to it, and it's just...
What do you mean by spirituality?
Well, compared to England, where it's all very much just like you go to church on a Sunday or that, and even then it's not really real. There's not a real lot of going on. Unless you're going to go to festivals and stuff where everyone likes to hug a tree and you know, and we all like a bit of nature. People aren't really into things like nature and the universe and stuff like that.
So it's just part of the traditional social structure,
Yeah.
and people just kind of go through the motions and do it. There's nothing, no depth in it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm seen as my family think I'm a big hippie, and I just think I'm perfectly normal, you know. And they're like I'm a bit in the clouds. So,
Yeah, I think for me, it's my first time in India. I don't think it is a very spiritual place at all. I'm not finding it to be that. I'm finding that there is a very small minority of people who are very conscious and walking a spiritual path. I'm finding everyone else is just going through some ritual, some motion, without any emotion. And they're following rules that are probably written and suggested for them to follow as part of their religion, but there doesn't seem to be a real heartfelt, spirit about the place.
So it's just an element of conformity here.
Definitely, yeah. I've met a small amount of people that are clearly walking a path, a spiritual path, Most people, I don't think are. I think, this ritual, it's formulation. And
I mean, I do agree with that, but you do get to meet other people that are.
Yeah, of course,
following,
yeah.
Okay, I'd like to thank you both very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll have our breakfast now, yeah?
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Very nice.